Hi everyone, we've got the keys to the unit. We've put a few stories out. I've had a few questions coming in about what we're actually doing down here, so I thought I'd do a quick video on this new Gucci gimbal thing we've got, which is probably going to go out of control and I don't know what's going on actually, so it'll be fun. But either way, I thought I'd give you a quick breakdown on what's going on, what we're doing here, and so on. So we've got the keys to the unit in Hamworthy in Poole. It's only kind of short term at the moment. We've been trying to find a big unit and we've had about four fall through now, where we've gone to literally almost close to doing contracts, and the landlords have decided to sell them and not rent them, so kind of looked at a few times. Luckily in the yard where I was blasting, the landlord's got a temporary unit, he's moved his boat out and he said we can have it for 6 months, so we're going to set up here ready to go. Especially with the weather changing now, and we've got about 3 vehicles landing this next week. One landed this week and hasn't unloaded yet, and one coming next week. So the vehicles coming from Texas will have somewhere dry to go, plus a few of the vehicles we've already got. And we're going to start building the unit here. If I can use this 1 second. So the idea would be, we've had John and the lads come in and started building all these frames. And what they'll do is, all these frames will be built up and then there'll either be wood going into them, wooden 8x4 sheets, or the corrugated iron roof sheets. We've got a load of them coming all on Wednesday as well. And what we'll do is, along the walls of the unit, no, wrong way, all the way along here, that way then we'll put false walls up so that when we do get the nod, or at least find a unit, we can move straight across and just pull everything down and move it straight to the unit, so it's not wasted money, and then at least we can carry on with the rest of things then. But in short, the whole idea was to find a big unit, open up the coffee shop, barbers, tattooist, hopefully on the mezzanine floors, workshops downstairs with the vehicles, all the Texas vehicles, any vehicles for sale. We'll have a kids car sort of modified area, which is I don't know if it's the one I built Reggie for Christmas. I've just picked up, yeah, I've got 14 already, but I've just picked up 2 more. Woody from America, which was only around the corner, and the yellow one, they're quite rare to find, to be fair. So I said I wasn't going to buy any more just yet, but I've ended up getting these 2 because they're on the doorstep, so why not? So we'll have a build area for kids where we can teach them, show them how to modify, or even if they can just come down, if they're coming down with parents to the unit, at least it gives them something to keep them occupied. Pretty much like I do at the festivals, so the kids are busy and playing, sort of, they're happy, then mum and dad, usually dads, can talk rubbish about cars all day long. So we thought we'd bring that element to it as well. And then in the other side of things is, obviously we've got all the vehicles coming from Texas and all the Americana stuff, the signs, I know, street signs, coolers, anything we can find really. I've got a few vintage pedal cars, which mostly end up for me, I suppose, to let them. But the whole concept would be to, in this corner, is to build a sort of kind of showroom area, which will be boarded off, all boarded round, and the plan would be to have a sort of photo area in the showroom area with the backdrops, whether it be graffiti. We've got Simon coming in, hopefully. Spoke to him this morning, he does all the Dorset Volksfest graffiti, so we're going to get him to come in and do a load of artwork on the walls again, so we can take him to the new unit then when we do move, and just create a cool backdrop really for the photo shoots. The other part thing this corner would be working for then would be to do a YouTube side of things, and then hopefully with the YouTube in this corner we'll set up a YouTube channel, and the plan would be then to each week, or hopefully each week, bring in cool vehicle, whether it be obviously not all Volkswagen but American, anything, even the Jap stuff, anything we see that's cool out there, bring them in, do photo shoot, do a build breakdown, and go around the car, pretty much like you do with the show and shines. Obviously we've not had any events on recently, and normally when you're going around the cars, if the owner's not there, you don't sort of get any info off it really. So we thought we'd bring the vehicles to your living room, I suppose, and that way do a breakdown on it, maybe go out and do some rolling shots. Obviously I do quite a bit with Kev, VW Photographer, on his Instagram, so we'll get him involved and a few other people, and just try and do, I don't know, whatever we want to do at the time, I suppose, and see how it goes. But yeah, so all that corner will be for that side of setup on things. We will have meets, whether it would just be a retro thing, whether it be, I don't know, different makes and models, at different times. We've got quite a big car park outside, and the landlord's got a bigger car park just out on the road, on Dawkins Road, which is fairly sized. Obviously that's quite priority to finding the other unit, the bigger unit, because we want to be able to have vehicles there all the time and things going on. Obviously in events and functions at the same time then. But yeah, so obviously that'll be the show sort of corner. The opposite corner around this side of things will mostly be for the cars coming from the States, not just my shed bikes and scooters, I think. But yeah, so we'll be, we've got we've got the 73 Westy Bay window, and we've got the T3 Westy. They've already landed. We're just kind of waiting for them to unload the ship, and I'll go collect them next week. I think following that, the 58 bootleg brought lands on Wednesday as well, so whether that'll end up getting here next week, we'll kind of have those vehicles on this side of things down here, whether they'll just be done out, cleaned up. Obviously, once we've got everything out of them, they'll be for sale, and then we'll move them on and bring other stuff over. We've got quite a few plans to bring more stuff over. Obviously we're a bit limited to space here, so we'll see what happens. Obviously we've got loads of things coming with the vehicles. Obviously I've got all the coolers, signs, anything I can find over there really, a few pedal cars, etc. Obviously the Trekker's already in here, getting out of the weather. And then we'll have some sort of element of the coffee shop. We're speaking to AD, who does all the festivals that we know. Most people I know on the Volkswagen side will know AD anyway. He does the Dark Addiction coffee. We've got one of his machines. So that obviously the coffee on that's, I don't even drink coffee, but I've heard it's quite good. So we'll have a decent setup for that. We won't be able to bring the coffee shop in here as much, purely because of the space at times. So we'll most likely put that into the horse box we converted last year, and at least have a mobile setup just outside for now, so we can still do that for anyone coming down. And we will be open most weekends. The idea is give you somewhere to go on a Sunday, especially Sundays when you've got an excuse to go out in a vehicle, and then pop down. We'll be doing loads of videos, YouTube stuff anyway, especially on the stuff we've got coming over. So I'll keep you all updated on that. But for now, that's what's going on at the moment. We've got all the other stuff arriving on Wednesday, I believe it was, all the rest of the panels. John and again coming back in to finish off the last bits and get it up, and then we'll try to rearrange how we can do it. Get as much as we can dressed up. Like I said, most of the deliveries from America are coming next week, as I said, so it's going to get pretty busy anyway, and then hopefully keep you posted on getting open and around all this COVID rubbish that's going on at the moment. See how we can go on moving forward and getting people in and getting events going again, hopefully. And then we'll keep you posted. Cheers, see you later.